What's up, everybody? Today I've got my trash can right here. I wanted to give you a little tutorial on how to install Crossfire, and I've got a lollipop here, UFL. I'm going to try to install that too, and if I have time I want to show you how I set up my throttle curve to fly indoors on my ix12. So let's get to it. Alright, so I just wanted to show you before I tear it apart how I have my antennas mounted. So I've got one antenna coming out of the canopy and zip tied here, and the active element coming out the back, and it's also zip tied right here, and it's just got heat shrink on the tips here. So I'm going to tear this thing apart, and I'll show you how to solder up the pins for the Nano RX and where I have mine placed. And then I'm going to try to install this lollipop. It's got a UFL connector on it. You can see that. And we're going to try to do that while we're in there too. And then we'll put it on the scale and see how much this thing weighs when I get done installing these. Alright guys, here we go. So most of the videos I make are a direct result of me not being able to find the information out there. So that's why I make these. I hope they help somebody out. The information's out there for somebody to find. So anyways, so here we go. I pulled 5 volts from here. That's the red one. Ground here. The white wire here goes to TX. There, this pin right here is TX. Yellow's RX. That's for the flight controller. So when you wire this up to the Nano, TX goes to RX on the Nano, and RX goes to TX on the Nano, and then just 5 volts, or sorry, ground, 5 volt. Here's the pin out, the instructions that come with the trash can. So here's your ground, 5 volt, this TX, TX1, RX1, uninverted, and TX2, if you noticed just a minute ago, had a green wire going to it. That is for smart audio, and so that's how that's wired up. Okay, so when I wired it up, I just spun this over, laid it on the back like this, and then you just laid the whole thing down back on top like that. Alright, so here we go. I've got the lollipop installed. There's the UFL on the board. I'm going to put some hot glue on that, and then I've run a little zip tie right here to the front of the canopy like that. And then you have to stick the UFL through this hole first and then route it down through. So I'm going to hot glue this real quick, and then that will fold up on there, and then it's ready to go back on the board. Alright, so we got everything put back together. One thing here, this if you're going to run your antennas like I did, make sure you leave a little bit of slack right here in case this pulls back or whatever. And these little screws in here are a pain in the ass, so you may need something a little stronger than water, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's get this thing on the scale and we'll get a weight on it. So we got 38 grams. With 2 batteries, you're at 54 grams. That's all up flying weight. Not too bad. So we'll head over to the ix12 and I'll show you how to do the throttle curve. And as far as I know, this throttle curve I'm going to show you should work on any Spektrum radio. It should work on any radio. I know you can do this in beta flight, but I like to have it on a switch. So we'll go ahead and show you that. Alright, so let me show you this throttle curve real quick. Model adjust. throttle curve. And I have mine set up on switch G, but if you click this, toggle the switch.
Throttle low.
I have
Throttle
mine,
normal.
it will select the switch for you. So this is my outdoor curve.
Throttle low.
This is my indoor curve, and it goes to 50% at max throttle. So you just want to come in here, click it, and you can use the slider or the plus minus button, and when you get it to where you want it, you just push OK. And then I just tried to make my line as linear as I could from 0 to 50. So I have 50, 39, 27, 14, and 0. And then I can just
Air
move.
mode off.
Oops.
Air mode.
I can just move this switch.
Throttle normal.
Outdoor flying,
Throttle low.
indoor flying. I was gonna put up some DVR to show you the difference between the two modes, but this 50% throttle limit for the curve works really well for indoors, and I just don't have time to put up any DVR. So that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Leave me some comments below. If you have any other ideas for some other videos, something you'd like to see, let me know. Thanks.